Welcome back to Access Houston on 97.9 The Box.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming back from Achievement Through Leadership Foundation, the founder, Mr. Fred Navarre.
No, not the founder. The board chairman. Thank you.
The board chair.
Right. Good morning.
You corrected that one real quick, right? And you brought a lovely young lady along with you, Miss Shannon Buggs, who is the treasurer of ODP. EC.
Odd pick, right.
Okay, yeah. What does that stand for?
The One Delta Plaza Educational Center. And we've been started out purchasing property at 3333 Old Spanish Trail, right in the heart of Third Ward's historic business district. You know,
so you're right there at 288 in OS. I
exactly.
See. Well, I bank over there, and I sometimes get my hair cut over there. Like, I basically live in the Third Ward. I see the building all the time. Okay.
And we're there to support economic development in the area. So,
nice.
Yes. We used to have in our building a hair salon, a driver's education school, and other insurance companies. So we had agencies. So we had quite a bit going on. And now we use the building to do educational programming that helps the next generation to become the next entrepreneurs in our neighborhood.
Oh, that's amazing. And because there's there's a lot of new stuff popping up in the tray.
All over.
I mean, you know, it's I think Gentry, it's its middle name right now.
Okay. Yes. We get lots of people inquiring about whether or not our building is for sale, and it is not. We are very proud to be corporate citizens, nonprofit citizens in our neighborhood, and having a place for people to meet and discuss what is important in our neighborhood.
Well, for whatever it's worth, stay there.
Thank you.
Don't
we plan to.
Yeah, we can talk about that. That's a whole nother segment. But Fred and Shannon, you all, the school year is coming up.
Right around the corner,
yes.
Absolutely.
And you all are back with another toy drive. Lord, I'm thinking it's Christmas. It's not Christmas. It's school time. Back with another school supply drive.
Right, absolutely.
Yeah. So tell us about it. What is this going to be?
So it's going to be a back-to-school supply drive. It'll be held Thursday, August 17th at the Grove, Houston, which is located downtown across the street from the Hilton Americas Hotel. The back-to-school drive will be from 6 to 9 p.m., and it will benefit Willowridge High School. I think we all know the challenges that they've been faced with recently. So we decided this year that we were going to donate all of these supplies, which is much needed, to Willowridge High School.
For those who may not know what's going on with Willowridge, tell us what's happening with that school.
So basically, Willowridge High School, from what we understand, from the news, there was mold in the school. And due to some of the sources that we have over there, they've informed us that everything has been disposed of. So there are teachers that have nothing pretty much. No supplies, markers, paper, printer paper, cartridges, I mean, you name it. Desks have been thrown out. So pretty much anything that is needed to run a school, for a school to function, they do need right now.
Why?
Well, I don't know why. I didn't throw it out.
The building has been closed, and because
right.
mold is toxic and can create all kinds of health problems in developing brains as well as mature brains, the district is not taking the chance of having kids continue to be educated there. So they're relocating all of those students. And I'm not sure if we've, at this point, established where that's going to be, but they're going to have a new location to educate the students of Willowridge, and it's devastating.
So wait a minute, Miss Buggs. We're a few weeks out from school starting, and they still don't know where they're going to have the kids at Willowridge.
Neither of us are district employees, so we cannot say for sure what the details are. But I'm sure
pretty
we'll
much
be
hearsay right now. But what we know for certain is they do need supplies. They need pretty much everything to run a school. They're starting from scratch, from what we've understood from the sources over there.
Really?
And school starts on the 28th.
Yeah.
So there is a little time to get it all together. It's not great. This is a very challenging thing for any school district to have to face.
This is stunning.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's the fact that it could be shut down that quickly means the problem was extensive.
and it's not even like, I'm sorry, I'm just going through so many emotions right now. And it's not even like we have support from the federal government. I mean, we have a Secretary of Education who doesn't even know how to spell education. So this is just mind-boggling. So I'm glad that you all are taking an initiative and a step to do something yourselves.
Well, the great thing is there have been plenty of organizations that have stepped up to the plate. I know the alumni is having a back-to-school drive. There are a few city councilmen that are having a back-to-school drive, and those that we have knowledge of do benefit Willowridge High School. So it's my hope and my prayer that, you know, between the Missouri City Sugarland Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi, One Delta Plaza Educational Center, and Achievement Through Leadership Foundation, the three of us can come together and help the school get on track.
How many other schools do we know are in the kind of the same situation as Willowridge?
To my understanding, it's just Willowridge, but I'm not 100% certain on that. With the foundations, when we do our back-to-school drive, we choose one school per year that we're going to focus on. So this year, it's Willowridge High School.
You listen to Access Houston. I'm talking to Fred Navarre from Achievement Through Leadership Foundation and Shannon Buggs of the Delta Plaza Educational Center. I'm sorry. It just, when it comes to our kids in education, that's just a spot. It's a soft spot for me. Just anything that deals with kids, because as cliche as it is, I mean, they are our future, and and I see what they go through. I can't imagine what it is like to be in school in this day and age with social media and. You know, to be in junior high and high school, I can't even fathom, because I know it was tough when I was going to school in the 90s. Right. You know what I'm saying? But to know that they don't have the resources to even educate, it's just, it's like, where do we lose our way as a country, as a society, as a community? I just don't understand it.
Well, being an educator, you know, I've seen some crazy things over the years, and your heart just really goes out to the students, because a lot of them come to school and
hungry.
They're not only lacking school supplies, but you're exactly right. They're coming to school hungry, and some of them come to school just to get a meal. So being an educator, you see some really interesting things with students over the years. I know Shannon has seen a lot being at One Delta Plaza with some of the programs that they've worked with. Throughout the years with students in different districts. So, you know, it's just, your heart goes out to them. I always say, being an educator, you know, you have to have a passion for it. And it's not a 9-to-5 job. It's a job that you take home with you every day. It's a job that you stress about over the weekends. You think about your students and, you know, their well-being, they're eating or not, if they're taken care of or not. So the education supplies is just one tiny part of the issue that children are faced with today.
I can only imagine. I mean, just psychologically, and, you know, no telling what's going on at home. Right. And there's a laundry list, because I talk to some of these kids, and I know what they're going through. And the main thing that I hear from them, they just want somebody to listen. Right. They feel like nobody listens to them.
And it's true. A lot of times no one is listening. And I started an organization called Metaphor Houston, which does youth development work by helping young people tap into what's most important to them and helping them speak on it through slam poetry competitions and all of those things. And
very familiar with Metaphor. I've had them on the program many a times. I've hosted and judged a couple of the competitions. So those dynamic children that you deal with, they are superstars and very woke.
And that's the thing, making sure that our education system continues to support that kind of leadership among our young people. Right. I grew up here in Houston, going to HISD schools, even though I grew up out in Missouri City. I was in the Houston part of Missouri City. But I just remember every teacher I had was like, baby, you got to be able to speak up and say what you mean and say what you need. And I think our teachers still have those same impulses, but it's not necessarily cultured in the same way as it was.
Is it in a way? Is it kind of I don't know, not encouraged
It's
to,
hard
because
work.
they're trying to stay within this realm of whatever the standard of the curriculum is for that particular school year?
When you have as many testing standards as our teachers are having to deal with on a regular basis, it's very hard for them to have a classroom that is fully engaged with what's going on in the moment. When they need to take a break and say, we're going to talk about this because this is what happened today. We got to talk about the mold in Willowridge, or we got to talk about something that happened that's impacting the young people, like that bus accident or whatever. It has to be something huge and major for them to take that moment. But it used to be you could take 10, 15 minutes to really have an engaged conversation in the classroom. That's not encouraged because there's no time for it. At the end of the day, you still got to hit your results. I have a 15-year-old daughter and a 11-year-old, almost 12-year-old son. And it's been really hard to see them not be as fully engaged in their education as I was. Not because they're not smart, not because they don't have great teachers, but because there still isn't that time to cultivate them in the classroom in the same way. And so it's all got to be done at home. And when you got parents who are working 2 and 3 jobs because the economy right now is challenging, they don't have the time and the energy to stay up late reading A Wrinkle in Time with them before the movie comes out, because we want to make sure you've read it and love the book before you see Oprah's version of it and Ava DuVernay. And they don't have time to even explain who Ava DuVernay is and why Oprah chose her to be the director. I mean, there's so many things that our kids can benefit from. Our organizations are in place to help them get that extra, to help families be able to provide additional resources to their kids, not only through school supplies, but through education activities.
Absolutely.
In order for them to be enhanced in a way that we got from public school educations. I did go to a private school for high school, but I came in fully prepared because I had the best that Houston Independent School District had to offer. So I just think that we've got to continue as a community supporting families by being engaged in our organizations that can actually fundamentally help with basics of exposure and resources.
Oh, man, absolutely. You're absolutely right, Ms. Buggs. You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to Fred and Shannon. They're having a big school drive. Is that Back Z School?
Back to School.
Oh, okay. The Back to School. My bad. The Back to School supply drive. That's going to be benefiting Willowridge High School. We know that they are going through a lot of challenges with the mold problem in that building, and they're going to be somewhere else this school year. But they need school supplies starting from the absolute bottom.
Absolutely. And it's listed on our website. If they visit atlfhouston.org, click on events, and there is a flyer and a list of supplies that's needed over at Willowridge. And again, the supply drive is going to be hosted by Achievement Through Leadership Foundation, the Missouri City Sugarland Alumni Chapter of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, and One Delta Plaza Educational Center.
Nice. So do what you can. Please log on to ATLF. Houston.org, ATLFhouston.org to get that list. Because, I started thinking, Fred, I'm like, well, what about textbooks? And I was like, well, do they even still have textbooks nowadays? It's mainly computers or iPads or stuff of that nature. And even if it is, then what about that?
Right. They do need novels for the classroom libraries. So novels are needed. And like I said, there is an entire list on the website. They need a lot.
I can imagine. I mean, they don't have anything, so they need everything.
Right.
And for this to be 2017, and we're dealing with things like this that
Absolutely
was probably happening before we were even born. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is unacceptable to me in my mind, in my eyes. I mean, we're the United States of America. This is Houston, Texas. And like, what is really the deal?
Which is why we want to show up and do it big for Willowridge. Also want to let the public know that it's a back to school drive and a happy hour. So come by, have some hors d'oeuvres with us. It's going to be August 17th at the Grove, Houston, from 6 to 9 p.m. And for those that are not familiar with the Grove, it's at 1611 Lamar Street, Houston, Texas. It's right across from the Hilton Americas.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Across from the Hilton Americas.
All right. Well, save the date for that and get all the information at atlfhouston.org. Frank Navarre.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Shannon Buggs, so nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Thank you for
KG.
coming on the program.
Thank you. I really have enjoyed being
Shannon's
here
awesome.
with you.
She'll be back.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, she will.
Fred is awesome.
Yes,
This has been great.
yes,
Thank
absolutely.
You, thank you, KG. We
Thank
really
you. I
do appreciate it.
everything. And thank you for always supporting us. That means a lot.
No problem. Hey, as I tell everyone who comes on this program, my purpose for this platform is to make us more self-aware.
Right. Absolutely.
And that's what I do it for,
Absolutely. Well,
So-
I do appreciate you.
Well, you are very, very welcome. And thank you all for coming on.
Thank you.
Good Sunday morning. You're listening to Access Houston. I'm your host, KG Smooth, welcoming some first-timers to the program on this Sunday morning from Live Art in the City. Mr. T. Hart, welcome.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Erikah Nocturnal,
Hi, hon.
how you doing?
It's good to see you again.
You too in that voice. And Mr. Vincent Powell, good morning.
Good morning. How you doing?
And welcome. Yeah, so welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So tell us about Live Art in the City. What is that? I just found out that it's something that has been going on in the city for quite some time. Very disappointed that I am just now finding out about it because I love music, I love singers, I love vocalists, and that is something that this showcase. So talk about what it is.
Yeah, you've been missing out, man. This is an event that started about 3 years ago. It's pretty much made up of Houston artists here in the city who come together collectively once a month on the first Monday of the month. These artists are special artists who have background and traveled with some of the greatest, like Beyonce, J-Lo, Mary J. Blige, just to name a few, who happen to live here in the city. So they come together collectively and they team up with painters and poets and comedians, and we put together this awesome production once a month to cater to the city of Houston, the art lovers of the city.
Nice. And so 3 years strong.
3 years strong.
Yes, sir.
And so it's called First Mondays.
First Mondays.
Interesting. Why Mondays? Because
Easy.
football season coming up, you're gonna be interfering with my Monday night football. No, I'm just clowning.
We're going to be showing it on TV as well. So we can
Yeah, we have it on all the screens, so you're good to go. We have it on the
But
screen.
because Monday is such an obscure day, but yet at the same time, it's kind of perfect because nothing else is going on a Monday.
That's the point. Like
no
it's so
competition.
a lot of live music goes on the weekends.
Yeah.
So why interfere with that? So on a Monday, best time. We're not interfering with anything but Monday Night Football.
Monday. And so, Mr. Vincent Powell, you were the first artist to perform at the show.
Yes, I was amongst the first artists that on the first show that they did. So,
Well, I'll talk about you and let the city know who we are talking to.
my name is Vincent Powell. I was a finalist on American Idol and Houston represented. So, anything I can do in the community, I do it. And I am a fan of Erikah and T. Hart right here. So, I'm with them for the long run.
Yay! We got you, V.
Yeah, so talk about your experience with First Mondays and how that was and is and continues to be.
From the first time to now, it's been a big difference as far as the crowd and the energy and the atmosphere. I'm actually proud to know that something like that is actually happening in Houston. You go to other cities and you see that happening, but we have that right here in Houston where I reside, and so I'm very proud of First Mondays. I performed there the last show, and it was quite an experience. It was very memorable, and I look at the video weekly to see like what exactly happened.
You're listening to Access Houston. We're talking to the people at Live Art in the City. First Mondays happening tomorrow at Mercy Nightclub, 1505 St. Emmanuel Street. I have got to say that Houston is a singing city.
Yes, absolutely.
And I say that because not only do some of the greatest vocalists come from here, i.e. Yolanda, Kim, Beyonce, I mean, I can go on and on. But Houston can really sing, like, for real. Every concert that I have been to, be it in the Woodlands, Toyota Center, wherever, Warehouse Live, it
House
don't
of
matter,
Blues.
Revention,
Yeah.
Right.
House of-
Yeah.
anywhere. When the crowd sings along,
Right.
oh my God, Houston sounds so good. It's unbelievable. I've been doing radio for 16 years. This is my fifth market doing radio, and no city that I've ever been in sings like Houston sings.
Absolutely.
Houston sings.
Yes.
I wish
Houston
the
can
people that
sing.
are hearing you right
They
now could see
sang.
your face because you are so serious. Like you mean that like from the bottom of your heart, like this is so serious.
Like, I mean, yeah, dead ass. I mean, Houston can really, really sing. Like, I'm like, if I could put the choir like Toyota Center, just Beyonce at NRG. When they were singing at NRG, and she did Love on Top, and she stopped, and the audience was singing along, and the audience kept modulating. And they kept modulating. And I'm like, are you serious, Houston, Texas? Right now, y'all modulating, y'all know y'all stuff.
Yeah, we know music.
And they kept going up, and then
Right.
even when Beyonce would do the you part, and she would shut up, and the audience, I was like,
Oh, come on now, we hear you. We hear you. Did you hear him too? I heard Vincent. Did you hear him?
Yeah, I heard
A
him.
quick run you slid in. I see.
so Houston can sing.
So KG
I love that.
sings. Uh-huh.
But then, yeah, we do a little something here. We don't do it professionally, but we can hold a note or two.
on, hold a note.
So, what do people? What should people expect for the first timers who will show up tomorrow for First Mondays?
That's a great question. Something to expect is a warm setting, very upscale but not too bougie. We're very down to earth people. We give you class and we give you style, but we're also we're people down to earth who love to have
approachable.
fun. Yes,
and,
most definitely. We have a great staff to greet you in the lobby. We have a red carpet area. We also cater to individuals who enjoy hookah and great music. We have complimentary buffet as well. So it's a great atmosphere mixed up with a lot of fun and high energy, good vibes. Most definitely.
I like that. We all about good vibes. But, and some of the people that you have had in the past, well known, and you got big names that are coming.
Yes.
I.e., this man is my favorite male vocalist.
Mine as well.
He's my
Hands
absolute favorite number one male vocalist, and that is Tank.
Tank. Yes.
Tank is coming.
Tank is coming.
Tank's
coming.
Yeah.
Tank is coming.
How did that happen?
Well, we were actually looking and just kind of writing down some names of who we wanted to bring in for our 3rd anniversary. We wanted to do an out-of-town guest. This is our first out-of-town guest that we have had on the show. And so we were kind of brainstorming some ideas. And so we said, okay, you know what? Let's see, can we get Tank here? So we made some phone calls here locally to a couple of friends. Shout out to Zacordi Cortez.
Yes.
See?
Yes. who
That's
helped us
singing
put this
fool.
Yes, absolutely. He's actually going to be on the show tomorrow as well. Yeah.
Another favorite?
You're about to snatch my soul all the way out of me. Tank and Zacardi Cortez.
Yes.
Lord help us
All
all.
on one stage.
Oh,
Right.
Lord help us,
Yes.
Jesus.
So yeah, he helped us out, networked and put us in the door, and we made some things happen. And Tank is excited, and we're excited as well. We can't wait till tomorrow. It's going to be an awesome night.
It is going to be an awesome night. So, where can people go get more information so they can,
You can go on to all of the social media outlets at First Monday Houston, or you can go on our website at firstmondaylivemusic.com.
Okay. Erikah,
Yes.
what's coming up with you?
Just doing what I do. I mean, I'm opening for Al B. Sure on the 19th. So, I mean, I do a lot of things locally, but every 3rd Saturday, we've had the opportunity to be put in place to be the opening band. Mr. Al Rucker has made us the house band for his celebrity artists. So every 3rd Saturday, we just did Carl Thomas.
Okay.
So we opened for Carl Thomas a couple of weeks ago, and Al B. Sure is coming up in a couple of weeks.
Nice. Nice. Love that. Shout out to Al Rucker. What's up, Al? I ran into Al at Grace's.
Oh, yeah.
last Sunday.
Everybody loves Grace's, right?
Grace's
Chicken and
was
dumplings? Nah, come on.
I did the chicken and waffles. I didn't have the dumplings. I'm going to have to try that one next time. Mr. Hart, where can they follow you and get all your info and keep up with you?
You can follow me at Terrence Harford, T Hart Productions as well on all social media outlets. I'm a behind the scenes man. I just love production. That's what I do. Erikah and Vincent are the ones that you see out front. But
He can sing though, but
Yes, can sing.
I do a little bit. Yeah.
Probably like me, just singing yourself, me walking around, you hear
I
some
do a
hum
little
along, here and there, yeah.
Don't let him fool you, KG. Don't let him pull your leg, KG.
I know it. And Vincent,
You can catch me at vincentpowell.net. I have a record coming out at the end of the year under Hood Rise and Warner Music, and some other stuff at Fallbrook Church. Me and my brothers over the music there, so we got a lot of stuff going on. But yeah, vincentpowell.net.
Well, since we shouting out
what's up.
churches, shout out to the Crossing. Crossing, where I am the worship arts director, the Crossing.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes, and
Pastor
shout out to
Walker.
Canaan
Come on,
Canaan
yeah.
Baptist Church.
Yes.
Pastor Bell and E. Benton.
That's
yes.
it.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, we say, but we like to
Yeah,
have a
we
little
say-
fun
Yeah,
on
we
first
say
Monday.
It is Sunday.
Yeah.
So this is where I should be. I should be, but he knows I'm in one for a moment. We had to come and handle a little business. Yes, yes,
Along,
yes.
your heart, you're going to
Yes,
get that word
yes.
later on.
I see
Make
it.
sure you
So
get
he'll
fed.
know. He'll know.
I see y'all in a minute.
He'll know I
Jesus
did
follow you,
make
don't
it. He follows me. Erikah Nocturnal. God bless you. Yes. All networks. I'm going to put it out there. So we know I don't want to be in trouble.
I see y'all in a minute.
Yes. Yes, we'll be there shortly. We got permission.
Erikah Nocturnal, T. Hart, and Vincent Powell from Live Art and the City. First Monday's happening tomorrow night at Mercy Nightclub, 1505 St. Emmanuel. I can't wait. Tank will be in the house. The Cardi Cortez will be in the house. It's going to be lit.
Absolutely.
Then a big. Thank you all for coming through.
Thank you
It
for
was an
having
honor.
us. We appreciate it.
And thank you for listening to Access Houston.